Hi everyone, Angela here. To make this tote, print out the pattern at 100% letter size and then check with the 1-inch square. Cut out the pattern pieces and the notches at the top and sides. Links for this pattern and the tools I use can be found in the description below. To join the pieces, match the symbols and tape together. For this flower carrier, I'm using a cotton fabric with a directional print. Fold the fabric in half lengthwise with right sides together, then do the same with the lining. Place it on top, lining up the folded edges. Place the pattern along the fold as marked and cut out. You can make this out of 2 fat quarters, and you can always narrow the sides to fit your fabric. Cut the notch at the top and then cut the notches on the side, but only on the lining. For the strap, you can use about 35 inches of 1-inch wide cotton twill tape. Or if you'd like to make your straps, just cut your fabric along the lengthwise grain 4 inches wide by 35 inches long. Fold the fabric in half lengthwise with wrong sides together and then press down the center. Open up again and then fold the outer edges to the center, leave a small gap in the middle and press. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave a comment below. Fold the strap in half, matching the folded edges, and press again. If you need to, pin or clip the edges together. I'm using a Brother NV50S sewing machine. The link for this and the tools I use are in the description below. Make sure to use coupon code NOTCHES_NV50S for the special offer. Next, edge stitch along both sides 1/8 of an inch from the edge. There's no need to back tack. With right side up, turn the fabric around so that the top is facing you. Place the ends of the strap along the top edge, centered on the notches. Just make sure the strap isn't twisted. Place the lining on top with right sides together, line up the edges, and then clip together at the straps and the center. Stitch together with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, back tacking at the start and finish. With the seams to the right, open up the fabric so that the lining is also on the right. With the edge of the foot on the seam line, pull your fabric taut and then sew an understitch along the top of the lining. This step is going to help you get a nice smooth edge along the top. Fold this edge and press across. Open right up and then place the strap in the middle out of the way. Match the seam in the center and the outer edges and clip together. If you need to, clip at the notches where the opening is on the lining and the rest of the edge. Using a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, back tack to start and then back tack at the first notch for the opening, skip over, back tack at the next notch, and then continue stitching, back tacking to finish. Press this entire seam open flat. Then turn right side out in half with the lining on top. Where all the seams meet at the top, fold the edge and give it another press. At the bottom, fold the edges in at the seams so that right sides are together. Go in through the opening, grab hold of those bottom edges, and then pull the fabric out. Clip at that seam, and if you need to, on either side of it. It is a little bit fiddly to adjust the rest of the fabric out of the way. Stitch together with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. There's no need to back tack, just overlap about 1/2 an inch at the end. Make cuts halfway into the seam all around, about 3/4 of an inch apart. Pull right side out and then adjust all around so that the seam is in the center. Starting from this seam, top stitch 1/4 of an inch all around, back tacking at the start and finish. Because it's a small opening, it's easier to top stitch the main fabric with the lining on top. Match the folds of the opening, edge stitch it closed, back tacking at the start and finish. You could also slip stitch it closed by hand to make it fully reversible. Starting at the seam, top stitch 1/4 of an inch all around the top, back tacking at the start and finish. You can easily add trim around the top or even add a fabric butterfly or flower to the front. You can watch my tutorials for those up next.